Hi, I'm Jill Savage with Hearts at Home. I will never forget the day. Our youngest son was a baby and he needed to have some tests done at the hospital. One of them was an MRI. So they asked us to sleep deprive him. Honestly, I think his dad and I were far more sleep deprived than he was. They tried to do the test and he cried and cried and cried. And finally, the frustrated technician said, "You know what, Mrs. Savage, I need you to lay on the table and I'm going to need you to go into the MRI machine with him. Just put him on your belly and he'll calm down and we'll be able to get this test done." Well, this was before anything like an open MRI even existed. This was a small tube and I'm claustrophobic. And so I knew I had to do this. I laid on the table, I put him on my belly, and sure enough, within just a matter of minutes, he was asleep. They moved the table into the MRI tube, and suddenly I began to pull on a scripture that had meant the world to me. It was Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. Suddenly, I was focusing on that scripture over and over in my mind. I was changing the emphasis on each word. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. And at that moment, that scripture was an anchor to my soul in the midst of a raging sea of claustrophobia. What scripture has been an anchor to your soul in the raging sea of life? My challenge to you today is to think about that and then to share that truth with someone who desperately needs it. A coworker, a neighbor, a friend, or a family member. Share that truth today.